Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. I'm Chris, and this is my last recipe video.
Cooking with the Vegan Zombie.
So what are we making today? You probably already know by looking at the title of the video. So we're gonna make Indy's dog treats. And I don't normally follow recipes, but in today's video, I'm gonna follow a recipe right out of this cookbook right here. This is called The Vegan Zombie Cook and Survive. We're gonna go to the very end of this book, and the very last recipe is Indy's pumpkin biscuits. So we're just gonna grab the ingredients right here and we're gonna put this together and we're gonna make something for the pups. So yeah, I included a few of Indy's favorite things in this cookbook for all you pup lovers. So this is a real simple dog treat. It's pumpkin based. You're gonna need a big bowl because we're gonna be stirring stuff together. Now you're gonna wanna start out with a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. You could make your own, and we do have a recipe video on how to do that, but I was in a hurry, so I grabbed my already pureed canned pumpkin puree. Say that 10 times fast. And the only ingredient in here is pumpkin. So make sure you got one with only pumpkin. Make sure there's no sugar added. You don't wanna make your dog sick. And we're gonna use the entire can. All right, your job is done. Trying to get in that festive mood. I got my reindeer spatula. We're just gonna scoop that out, put the whole thing in there. My dogs love pumpkin. It's very much like the sweet potato. They love that stuff too. Squash, pumpkin. All right, let's see what the next ingredient is. It says here, 1/4 of a cup of flaxseed. Now we're gonna make sure these flax seeds are ground flax seeds. If they're not, you wanna grind them up. You can do it in a coffee grinder, but you wanna make sure they're nice and ground up and they're not in the seed form. I keep mine in the freezer so they don't go rancid, and we're gonna use 1/4 of a cup right there. Our next ingredient is some oats. These are just regular old oats. They're not instant oats or anything like that. We're gonna use 1/2 a cup. You know, you could blend these up and turn it into like an oat powder, oat flour, and use that instead. But I'm just gonna throw them in there like that, 1/2 a cup of oats. And the next ingredient looks like it is going to be 1/4 cup of sunflower oil. All right, this recipe is really moving along. Our next ingredient, 1 tablespoon of molasses. Come on. Get in there. Okay, 1 tablespoon of molasses. In it goes. Let's use that spatula. Get out there. Okay, so at this point, that's what it looks like. We're gonna mix all of that together. Your dogs are gonna love these. Oh, also preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, our last ingredient that's gonna bring it all together is whole wheat flour. So we're gonna use 2 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour. I'm just gonna pour it in like this, and pour most of it in, leave a little bit, and we're just gonna make a dough ball. You're gonna wanna get it to the right consistency here, and I put about 2 cups in there, and I saved about 1/4 cup, which I'm gonna use when I start rolling the dough out. All right, at this point, we got a nice dough ball. We can use our hands to get in there and roll it out on the counter. So that's what we're working with right here. And we have a little bit more of the flour so we wanna roll it out. So rolling pins come in really handy when you're fighting off zombies, but they also work good when you're rolling out the dough. All right, here we go, rolling pin. Now we're gonna roll it out to about 1/4 of an inch thick, and then we're going to cut these and we're gonna put them on a cookie sheet, and I have one lined with parchment paper. Now you can use whatever cookie cutters you want. If you don't have access to cookie cutters, you could always use like a cup face down, do it that way. But I found some cookie cutters at the store, and these are Christmas shapes, so I picked these out, and they're just small enough that they're gonna be the perfect size treats. And it looks like we got a Christmas tree, a gingerbread, a snowflake, and a star. So we're gonna get going with these. These were only like $3. Now in the cookbook with Indy, I use doggy treats in the shape of a bone. Make sure your cookie cutters are cutting edge down, because there's a sharper side and then there's a dull side. And just line them up, and we're gonna try to do this. And whatever part of this we don't end up using, we're just gonna roll it back up. And we're just gonna put them on the tray. All right, and there we have it. We're gonna put these in the oven now for 40 minutes, and we'll come back when they're nice and done. All right, it's been 40 minutes. They're ready to come out of the oven. Look at that. They didn't stick at all. They're nice and crunchy for the pups. Didn't take long at all to make these. All right, so we're gonna let them cool off and then we'll feed them to the pups. And that's it, pretty easy recipe. And it's going to be the last recipe that I'm filming in this kitchen because I'm moving to a new place tomorrow, which would already be, since I edited the video. Anyway, I'm probably already there, but I'm excited to do some new videos at the new place, at the new kitchen. But this is the last video here in this kitchen. If you guys are wondering about the cookbook, well, unfortunately this cookbook is out of print, but you can get the ebook where it has this recipe that I just made and many, many other recipes, along with a illustrated comic at the beginning that tells the story of the vegan zombie. But you can get that link below. You guys don't forget to subscribe, survive, watch out for zombies, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh wait, these aren't mine, these are for the dogs. You got it. Yes, good boy, good boy.